Thank you for watching my video. Today is Monday, April 15th, 2024. So, today was a violent, massive, all day long sell off in the stock market. I unfortunately, again, did not trade with the trend. I fought it a couple times. I was up at one point, like 2R, around 250 or yeah, around $250. I entered a trade that, had I just not done anything for the rest of the day, would have gone over 250, over 300. I think around 350 points in my favor. So yeah, I really need to manage my positions less, focus on taking less trades, and focus on taking higher quality setups. Um, with that, thank you for watching, and let's jump into the analysis. Okay, here is a view of what the stock market did today with my buy and sell orders. And here we go, guys. So you can see that I primarily trade the 15-minute chart in the top left, 1 hour chart in the right. And you can see that we're in an uptrend on the 15-minute. So I go into this thinking, it's a good day to be bullish. And it drops back into support, so that's when I enter. Big sell-off candle, guys. And one thing that's really important to note is the first 5-minute candle of the day can be very prophetic for what the rest of the day looks like. So big sell-off, we gapped way up. So I think going short right off the open probably would have been the best move. But I was a little late to open my computer, and I was long. I was bullish on the day because of, like I said, we're in an uptrend. So I'm okay with this trade. I wish my entry was a little bit closer to the bottom. But yeah, here you see we're already up $350 almost. So I also noticed that the ES, the NQ is not rising as much as the ES. So that's another really important thing is what the EQ does. EQ can be more predictive if you ES, not EQ. The ES can be comparing that with the NQ and contrasting the price action. That can be very predictive. So noting that, hey, NQ is not up very much compared to the ES, that means, hey, maybe we should be thinking downtrend today, as well as the fact that just the first candle, it's predictive. It's a big bear candle, so yeah, that gives us a clue for what type of day it is going to be. And that's a Linda Raschke concept. So I sit out for a while. I noticed that the S&P market ranges for a while, and then the NQ, clearly we're in a channel down, and it looks like we're near the top of the channel. And we've tried to break through that support a few times. So this just kind of looks like a U-shaped reversal on the daily. But daily is really hard to predict. You want to base your day trades more off the hourly, I would say. 15-minute through 4-hour. But I really like the hour chart for day trades and 15-minute. Those are my favorite. And it's enough stimulation and clues that you can react pretty fast, but not too much like the 5-minute was for me. Because the 5-minute, I was being overly reactive. So I think this is way sped up. This might be like 15x speed. Very long recording today, like 7 hours, so I had to speed certain parts up even more than others. What I want to talk about is being more selective, taking less trades, okay? That is just really important and critical to do. and not interfering with your trades. Okay, I interfered with that trade. I got out too early. Yeah, that was the right thing to do on that trade. Maybe my profit target only should have been 1R. Maybe I shouldn't be going for huge 2R, 3R trades. Okay. Okay, so it declines a lot. The market just capitulated. I sold off by like 125 points or so. So, we've been in a very high volume market. Look at the ATR on the EES. It's at 67. It's way spiking up. I think VIX is also way spiking up right now, which is that's what measures like the uncertainty in the market. So, with VIX spiking, with ATR up, with us being in a down channel on the ES, yet the NQ holding and still being pretty flat on the daily, it's indicative that the NQ needs to drop a lot more. And I wish I had the foresight and the market experience to realize this going into the trading day, but I saw the huge move up in the off hours, and I thought that meant that today was going to be a bull day. But enough price action has occurred now that we should be able to say, okay, I don't think it's a bull day. I think it's probably going to be a bear day. At best, it's going to be at this point, though, I'm still thinking maybe we could get a U-shaped reversal. Maybe I should try and get in on the right side of the V. But I'm a lot more hesitant to after that down move. I think it's more likely we could go bearish, and I wish I had a lot more conviction. Because wow, I mean, you saw that screenshot at the start. It would have went down a lot more. And this is a problem with me. Like, I went against my rules and tactics, which is, on a day like today where the volatility is so high, the 5-minute ATR is at almost 10. Those are the days that support and resistance gets violated and big moves occur and big pushes happen. So I have my entry like 100 points below because I think it's going to drop 100 points below. And I'm thinking, why the heck am I going long there if I think it's going to drop way more? I should be short. And that would have been the right move. But it's ranging here at the bottom. I don't know what it's going to do. It's at the bottom of the Keltner channel, so I have uncertainty. I also have a win in the pocket, so I want to be protective of those profits. And I know I barely had a win, but this could be some house money effect, maybe some winner's tilt, or some dumb decisions later. I think I do a pretty good job. We're at almost 9 a.m., and I haven't made too significant of a dumb decision yet. I did manage that trade at the start. I wasn't hands off, but I wasn't hands off with the trade at the start, but there's good reason for that because it did look like it could be a bearish day, and it's okay to correct if you do something dumb. If you shoot and then aim and then realize, oh, this is a mistake, it's okay to get out then. It's not okay if your thesis isn't invalidated. If you made a genuine good decision, it's not okay to interfere then. So that is where I struggle with. I still am taking too many trades. Ideally, I will just take one good trade a day. But maybe 2 or 3 good trades a day. Okay, so I get long here, decide it's a dumb decision, so I get out, and at this point I need to reset mentally. I need to step away from my computer, I need to back off because it's not wise to just be needing stimulation, which is what that move was. It still looks like, hey, maybe this could be a right side of the V move. So I get it. But it's holding down there. and that doesn't look good. So, guys, I actually have to drop off now. I have to go to my girlfriend's class. So, I'm going to drop off here and I will come back later tonight and finish this video. So, thank you for watching up to this point. And when we get back, that is when it really gets interesting. Okay, guys, I am back. I do not remember what I was talking about in super, good detail. I just did my girlfriend's workout class, and now I am back to keep reviewing the market. So I think this part might be sped up. Basically, though, it's starting to look like our right side of the V trade for me. It's looking like, hey, this actually might rally up because that's a big green candle on the 5-minute. We've got two green 15-minute candles. So, it just looks kinda, it looks like it could turn around. The odds still favor a down push because of what we just experienced with the first 5-minute candle being a big push down, and then all the follow-up candles being pushes down in a big way. At this point, we should be watching the 5-minute and the 15-minute ES because we want to be watching both because we want to find a good place to get short, because getting short is the right play on this type of price action, I believe. I mean, it still kind of looks like a right side of V, but buying, or not buying, but entering at the 21 EMA is generally always pretty safe. Maybe not right at it, but maybe let it come above a little bit. But today was just such a crazy move down. Days like this do not happen very often. It's been happening lately, the last week. But that's far from ordinary market conditions. Our job as traders, though, is to recognize when there are extraordinary market conditions and take those favorable high risk to high reward setups. And those usually occur only when you're trading with the trend. That is when you're trading with the trend, that's when you're opened up to the higher downside or the higher upside, and you minimize the risk of downside as well. So you're benefiting on a couple different ways. And it's just your number one goal. I know Al Brooks is his number one goal is trying to figure out which way the market is trending and trade that way. And on the hourly ES, you can see it's come up quite a bit. This is another good spot to get short because it's like a kind of like a micro double top on the 5-minute. But again, we want to be basing our trades mainly off the ES. And if only I knew what was coming. That would have made a lot of money today. And you can't know, unfortunately, unless you have a crystal ball that works. Which, if you do, comment and tell me where you got it. Alright, that's my terrible dad joke for the video. Again, good place to short. Hasn't beat this level for a while, and I slow it down here in a little bit because this is where I make my best trade of the day, but have the worst trade management of the day. Or maybe I don't slow it. I slow it down and a little bit further in the video. I can't tell. I think it's like a little bit further still. And this looks like a classic ABCD candle. So A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. It happens in like complex or like mature trends generally. And yeah, had we gotten short at the first time I came back to touch the 21 moving average, we'd still be in this trade. And it'd be a long hold, but that's okay. Small cut here, so that was the best trade. I think only a few minutes has passed, and I think I was just, I made that cut because it was off screen on accident. So I entered this trade too early, and I feel like a big winner at this point because, I mean, look at my account. I'm up like $250, and I feel really good. I think that'll come up on the screen in a little bit. But that's the biggest mistake of the day, was cutting that too early, because we're still very much in a downtrend. And it was a great entry. And yeah, I'm up 255, and I'm going to give back all of it and then end the day a little bit in the negative. Had I just held this position, would have been up like 5R on the day. Would have been a record-setting day for me. I've had like $2,000 days. They were my first 2 days trading, and I got extremely lucky with market structure. And I was just really lucky with market structure. But that's when I started trading this year, back in ARC 1, way before I recorded my trades. And this is when I'm realizing, like, oh shit, like, alright, this could have gone much farther, but I'm trying to convince myself in my head, like, oh, it's okay, you didn't know how far I was gonna go. And then you take this dumb long, which is like, right after I entered this, I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't be in this. This is dumb, I should just exit. But I don't, because I don't want to interfere and manage the trade, because doing that on that last trade just made me lose. So I just gave back like over a third of my profits, well over a third, like 40%, 37, 38%. And I took that trade because I didn't reset, guys. Like after each trade, I really need to focus on resetting. And when I'm in a trade, that's the production phase. That's when you want to be off desk, taking breaks, etc. And I'm going to do a pause here, guys, because I don't think... I mean, there's not really much else to cover in this video. I take a couple more dumb trades and go on tilt. I don't go on tilt, but I make some, like, really stupid, like, moves. I'm really sick of missing out on these big moves because I don't hold. And it's scary to hold and it's hard, but it's like that Jesse Livermore quote, like, it takes no skill at all to be right or to enter the market at the right time. Anyone can do that. People do it all the time, but rarely are people able to enter at the right time and sit tight because people don't have confidence in themselves. They don't have confidence in their plan. They emotions creep in, the ego creeps in. It says you don't want to be in the losing group, take a winner. No one goes broke taking a profit. No one goes broke. For my approach, I like the saying no one goes broke taking a stop. That logic is better for the player approach, where we're going to have probably more losses, and our losses are going to be on the smaller side, but our wins are going to be large, and that's how we're going to have excessive winning, excessively large sized wins that'll pay for all our losses and then a lot more. In fact, let me read the player's bargain. This comes from Stephen Goldstein's book, Mastering the Mental Game of Trading. And guys, I highly recommend you watch that video, or read that book, and definitely check out their podcast, the Alpha Mind podcast. They have an episode about ego, which is episode 103, and that episode is phenomenal. And yeah, that helps me out a lot. Anyway, but I'm looking at my book notes. So there's this one quote he shares on Twitter a lot, Steven, and he also has it in the book. And it's, quote, "The key to trading success is emotional discipline. If intelligence was the key, there would be a lot more people trading." So that's it, guys. Emotional discipline, that's the key. You got to step away. You got to go off screen. You got to take trading breaks. You got to work on something else. And then the player's bargain is, it's about like a psychological contract you have with yourself. And it's essentially like you agree to accept periods of loss and underperformance, missed opportunities, erratic returns, and heightened P&L volatility in return for potential to make excessive returns over time. The trader agrees to use their risk and capital skillfully to optimize the upside while being extremely careful to manage drawdowns and not overexpose their downside. Traders must manage their psychology extremely carefully, particularly during barren spells and long spells of performance bleed. So there you have it. Like, that's the player's bargain, and I love that so much. And when I was reading that, I missed what was happening on the screen. So you can see I entered another trade when I was gone, when I was reading that, which I missed to do the commentary. You can see I entered another trade long, which is dumb, at support. And Oh, but I'm gonna pause because there's really not much commentary I have left to give today, and I just want to edit the video a little bit more. I thought I edited it pretty well, but yeah, I don't really have too much left to add. I mean, it just I missed all the best opportunities, which were at the start of the day, where I can't even say that because I did take the best opportunity of the day, and I didn't let it play out, and I entered with only one contract, and yeah, it's just real unfortunate. I mean, it sucks, but shit happens. I gotta look at the like QQQ, because trading futures, I forget like about the correlation with QQQ. I mean, obviously it's a direct correlation, but like I just want to look at it on the see how many points that dropped. Yeah, so QQQ, holy crap, holy shit, it fell 1.65%, which is over $7. So here, check that out. Fell $7. $1 in QQQ equates to 40 points in the NASDAQ. So, oh my gosh, when it was up, when it like, oh, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That pullback to the 21 moving average is brutal that I missed that. That is so brutal. And also took a couple of quick succession trades, which is dumb. Not resetting. That was like the key takeaway from today, is I gotta reset between trades, because I think I entered that one really good trade to the downside. I hadn't really reset before that, and had I been reset, I think I'm just saying this word weird because I'm so tired, but had I reset, it might have worked out well. So I'm rambling. I'm gonna edit this video real quick, a little more, and then I will close it out. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we are gonna close out this video here in the next couple minutes. I sped it up to 50x speed, so it's gonna go by really fast. The last 2 hours of recording, that is. So I think it pretty much just ranges the rest of the day, or like actually it goes down further, but yeah, key takeaways: you gotta reset, you gotta, after a trade happens, you gotta accept the outcome and let go, and if you can't, you just gotta walk away, and generally you should probably take breaks anyway, just to get in the habit of detaching, because after you walk away, after some time has passed, it doesn't really hurt too much. And yeah, it's up like, I think it just went up like 50 points from the lows, so there might have been like an okay short or long there, but I mean, it looks like it's at equilibrium now after moving that much, and we really shouldn't be trading markets at equilibrium. A V-shaped reversal is simply not going to happen on a day like today, so it's just, you shouldn't even go for that. Hearing some weird noises from my apartment. Another dumb trade that didn't work. Looks like I just missed it. It's on 50x speed, so that's why. Going into tomorrow, what am I going to be focusing on? I'm going to be focusing on making a plan before the market opens and following that game plan and trading with the trend. And I'm not going to fight the trend. I'm going to trade with the trend. And when it's high volume and I enter with the trend, I'm going to let that trade ride. And I'm going to use the 1 hour Keltner channel. I'm going to use the 15-minute Keltner channel. I'm going to use pullback to the 21 EMA. I'm going to follow these sheets here. Following these sheets is all I need to do to be profitable consistently and get huge outsized gains. All right here. I don't need to learn more. What determines my success is the quality of my relationship with myself, how well I can follow my process and my plan, and trading is a mental game and a performance activity. So I'm gonna put the picture in of the day one more time and let me know if you guys made money today. I love engaging with you in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and happy trading.